The next part of lesson 10 we're going to be looking at is adjusting audio gain and normalizing audio. So to follow along with the book, you'll want to open up the graceful tenure clip, and that was in the music folder. So we now have that open, and it's showing up in our source monitor. You'll want to right click the clip in the project panel and choose audio gain. So it's about 2/3 of the way down. Choose this. You now get a box called audio gain that comes up. And there are two different ways. You can set gain to, which is this first one, and it is to use the option to specify a particular adjustment for your clip. Or you can adjust gain by, which is the second one, and it's a specific incremental adjustment for your clip. So this one, they're going to have us set the gain to, so we'll choose that, and we're going to type in -12, and we'll say OK. And notice that it changed the way the waveform is. So it did an overall adjustment to the audio gain. However, this is non-destructive. It didn't affect our original clip. We can go back in and change it back if we want. The data's not lost. The other thing is, since we did it here in our source window with our project panel, this has affected this clip for like our whole timeline as far as editing project. If you've not brought it into your timeline yet, all of them will all reflect that -12 dB now. However, if the clip had already been brought into our timeline, those clips would still maintain their original volume level, and you would have to manually go in and choose each of those clips to make that adjustment. So that's one way, like early on, to make adjustments to audio. If you know something you want brought down ahead of time, you can use the adjust audio gain function. Alright, so another way to deal with audio is normalization based on automated analysis versus manual adjustment. So what we just did was a manual adjustment. This here is going to be where the computer analyzes the clip and makes the adjustments for the highest peak or level that you specify. So the book is going to want us to open the sequence Journey to New York. So double click this one, and you can see in here that we have several clips here that are voiceovers, and visually we can see that this one is quieter than these two clips, and so forth. The book wants us to select all of them. If you can't see all of them, just expand this so they're all visible. And then you can click on each one, holding shift to highlight all of them in the voiceover category, or you can lasso them by coming outside of the area. I'm left clicking and dragging over top of them. So all of them are now highlighted, and that is part of track A1. Anywhere on these clips you can hit right click, and you're going to choose audio gain, which is right here, or you could do a shortcut on your keyboard, which is G, and it will open the audio gain box, and it wants us to select normalize all peaks. So it's this one right here, and it's going to tell us to do -8. We do that, and when I say OK, watch how these clips down here change. Okay, so that first one, remember how soft it was? It brought all these up. So when we play it, they're all going to max hit at -8 now. So they'll sound much smoother. You guys can actually play these clips on your computer and hear the differences. You can also, as you're playing them right now, the music is on and it's probably hard to hear them. So you can come up here and choose solo track. We've talked about that. Now only your voiceover clips will play, and you'll be able to determine if the -8 is a nice level for them or not. And you'll be able to tell that they're all, they sound about the same. Once you're done playing that and you're happy with your results, make sure to unclick the solo track again, because when you would export something like this, you'll want to make sure that you get all of the clips, and by leaving that soloed, it will mute this other track when you do your export.